Welcome to the Ed and Ron Sports and Variety Show. My name is Ed Ahrens. With me again this week is my co-host, Ron Lindsay.
For the 92nd time?
That's right.
92 shows?
That's right. You got it right.
And they said it couldn't be done?
We only have about 3 or 4 to go.
Well, yeah, but you know that we're going to quit doing this show because we're running out of money. We can't pay them enough to put us on anymore.
That's true.
So they said forget this.
In-studio guest, professional wrestler, Vandal Drummond.
Good evening.
There's a standing ovation out there.
Ron, why don't you introduce Vandal where he's listed as being from? Not parts unknown.
Peace and harmony?
Harmony and understanding.
Harmony and understanding.
And I've been very adamant about that billing. It's not really a physical place, it's a place in the heart.
Oh.
Johnny Legend, as you know, is my manager now.
Mm-hmm.
Before I met Johnny, I was what you would call a classic type A personality, easily stressed out, had problems coping with everyday domestic situations. After I lost a very important match last year, Johnny set me down and said that one of my main problems, I think in a linear fashion, where I look at the height of the totem pole instead of what's in the center, the heart. And so further, I would like to say that another thing he has preached to me is that when I pray, he has converted me to Unitarianism, meaning I acknowledge all deities known in this world, that I pray from the heart, not from the mind, from the heart, like the Quakers. So if I break out into prayer during the show, it's not me trying to be silly or obnoxious. It's just he said that I should only pray when moved.
Okay, no, wait. I can see the.
Hope he doesn't break out in hives.
I could see the similarity between Johnny and himself.
He's a lot like Johnny.
He's
That's right.
monopolized the first 5 minutes of the show. We've asked one question, and he's given us every other answer except what we've asked him.
And you know, Johnny is not a guy that anyone would think would be stressed out.
No, not at all.
He's calm, collected. I can understand where you'd get that inspiration from Johnny.
Yes, Johnny's a very spiritual person. After going through a rough time, he really took me into his wings. And
who had the rough time? You did or he did?
I had the rough time.
Okay.
If Johnny looks stressed, it's not because he is voluntarily stressed, but he's kind of a Maharishi in the sense that he takes our problems, takes them into his heart, into his soul, and you know that's why he's shaky. He carries the weight of the world on us, on him. I'm sorry.
Well, I have to agree, don't you, Ed?
Oh, all the way.
Ed, you got Ed convinced.
I'm stressed now.
You know, I thought harmony and I have to admit, at the Maywood Wrestling show, I was saying that you were from a place just south of Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. I thought harmony and understanding was in New Mexico.
Oh, you thought it was in those various regions, huh?
Well,
yeah, harmony and
know,
understanding
right?
is now my home, and it feels good to be there. I used to blow my top easily. I feel a lot more good-natured, a lot more cheerful now.
Because of Johnny Legend.
Because of Johnny Legend. God bless him. And if you're out there, Johnny, God bless you. Love you, man.
A cheerful guy.
Love you.
Okay, let's talk about your first pro
Hold on
match.
a second. You look in the camera and
Well,
tell
we have
Johnny
Legend.
you love him out there. Tell him.
Wherever Johnny Legend's at, we love him.
Don't
Ron,
say we, you.
Well, you don't know this, Ron. There's a rumor that Johnny is going to show up tonight.
Oh, geez.
He said a couple of weeks ago.
You never know.
We did 3 shows in one night. He wants to come down and try to do 4 shows total.
Never know.
You never know.
Maybe he could help me through my misery.
Tonight.
Yes.
Okay, your first
So
pro
he's
bout.
saying it's miserable being on our show. Is that it?
No, no.
The drive
It's just
in
been
on
a
the
rough
freeway.
day.
Oh, okay.
The 605 can stress anybody out.
Okay, all right.
Back to your first pro bout.
Yeah.
8 years ago in Bell, California, Azteca Gym. Who did you wrestle and what was the result? I know you won the match, probably.
Actually, that match went to a 10-minute draw. I was very heavy because back then everybody told me that wrestlers have to be very heavy, very buff, all steroided out. So I did everything I could short of using steroids to get heavy. I had very bad stamina at the time. I wrestled a guy by the name of Surgeon Number 2. Don't know where he's been since.
Is he related to Surgeon Number 1?
I think it might be sort of a loose relation somewhere. Second cousin, maybe.
Partners.
Anyways, he outweighed me by about 60 pounds, and I spent 10 minutes with my tongue hanging out of my mouth, and I managed to hold on. Today, I don't try to keep myself huge. I just try to keep myself in good physical condition. Stamina is more important than size.
Okay. You were trained by, among others, Dr. Jerry Graham. Ron, you believe that?
He's trim and fit too.
And he showed you a lot of the holds from what, India?
The ones that he learned from the great Gama in India and Tiger Joe Gindhar. He taught me how to do the squats, the darns, the buttocks. He got me in the gym, kicked me around the ring, made me do silly little backflips, slammed me, put my head through a wall or two. He put me in a front face lock, and that was probably one of the scariest moments of my wrestling career. I had not even made my debut yet, and I thought he was going to put me away with that.
Well, Dr. Jerry Graham is a member of the three-man tag team championship AIWA. At this point in time, he is injured. He broke his right knee about a month ago, but he will be back, Ron. Guaranteed.
Goody.
You also were trained by Irish Mickey Doyle.
I learned a lot from Mickey Doyle. Learned not just about, wrestling in the ring, but he taught me a lot about the wrestling business when there were a lot of people trying to, swerve me, and people trying to cheat me. A lot of people trying to get into the business. A lot of people can lead them astray.
And also you were trained by, was it Chico Rivera?
Chico Rivera, out of East Los Angeles. Tough wrestler from Guadalajara, Mexico. He has wrestled here since the late 70s. Taught me the Mexican style, lucha libre, and I owe a lot to him, as well as to Falcon de Oro.
Okay, and that type of style is what? Acrobatic, faster, smaller men are generally in that type of...
Exactly. Well, there are some sizable men, but there is a lot more emphasis on welterweights, middleweights. There's not only more emphasis on acrobatic and flying moves, but on hold, counter hold. There's less emphasis on power moves, which you see here in the United States.
Yeah, I was just wondering something, Ed. Can Tony hear us in there? I wonder if Tony could turn the lights up and down about 8 more times here in the next 30 seconds. I don't know what that looks like on TV, but the lights are going on and off, on and off. Okay.
Okay, next
Now,
question. You have a question? Okay, go ahead. Anytime you want to interject,
Well,
go ahead.
I did, but
Go ahead.
I forgot now. You've dominated all the...
Ask him what he thinks
the
of Barbara
questions.
Blaze and how you look in the photo, something like that.
No, we don't want to show. My wife might be watching. What about pro wrestling coming up in Cudahy? Let's talk about that.
Okay, that's Friday, February 24th.
Friday?
Friday, February 24th. The only day the gym's probably open is Friday. Clara Street Gym in the city of Cudahy. Why don't we go over some of the matches and have
At 5 p.m. That's like a half hour before anybody gets off work. That's pretty smart.
Doors open.
Oh.
Matches may start at 10 or something, okay? So you give
Well, it's
people a
good for
chance.
people to come to the matches early and give the arena a sense of good karma. They will enjoy themselves more. The wrestlers will, wrestle more efficiently. It's important to air out a musty arena early.
Yeah, and it's going to be pretty mussy with this crowd in there. Who's going to be there?
Okay. The main event. Let's
Start with the main
say
event.
whatever you
No,
want to
you're supposed
say.
to work up
I
to
want
the
to start with the main event.
Okay.
This gentleman knows both men very well. AIWA champ Alex Knight, holding on to the title by a sliver, versus Grand Goliath, challenger from New Mexico.
Oh, yes. Grand Goliath, Pablo Crispin, former partner of Black Ordman, of course.
Right?
Great Goliath is more than just a veteran. He is a spiritual wanderer who has settled here in Southern California. Why he has stayed here for so long, I don't know, but I think we will see on February 24th when he takes the title.
So basically, you're saying that you think Goliath will beat Alex?
Goliath will be the victor.
You haven't said one good thing about Alex Knight.
Alex is a good man, has good intentions, just a little slow in the ring. I think he can use some spiritual guidance. I think he could use prayer.
Ron, what's your pick there? Alex Knight against Goliath.
Who needs the prayer?
He says Alex Knight does.
I'd have to go along with that. I don't think he's got a prayer.
In other words, you're picking Goliath to beat Alex Knight.
He's from New Mexico,
and
isn't
therefore,
he? Maybe it was him that's near Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, right? Yeah,
Well, I think he would have specified that's a town where everybody would be proud to be from.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
okay, grudge match, the Pulverizer and Desperado Mark Kessel against
Kessel?
Spike Cantillo. Kessel, yes.
Kissel. Oh, okay.
Against Spike Cantillo and Bad Boy Bubba Storm. Johnny Legend will be in the corner of Spike Cantillo and Bad Boy
Well,
Bubba
that
Storm.
says it all.
That won't
That says it
steer
all.
you away going to the other direction.
Oh, no
Not at
way.
all, not at all.
Well, especially because if I know it's one of Johnny's boys, I'm going to be in the lotus position praying for Johnny's team. They're going to pull it off, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Is that the...
Yes, just like I pulled it off, and I feel it coming on. I feel good.
Well, let's
I feel
men-
happy. God bless you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you, Jesus. Thanks you, Kabbalah. Thank you, Bana, great goddess of light, who enraptures me. Oh, God bless you all. God bless you, Bana. Don't you know that her father is retired?
From what,
He
what line
doesn't
of
have
work?
to toil. He made $1 billion selling Standard Oil. And gee, she's his only child. And Mama, she's awfully wild. That's the kind of a baby for me. Amen.
Okay, Ron, let's talk about a simpler, more peaceful time now.
What
Back to
could be
the,
more peaceful than
Do
that?
you have a prayer to say?
back to the Maywood
I've got a
matches
picture to show
of last
Okay.
Saturday.
of you.
He scored a big upset.
Last
Not,
Saturday.
not upset. Would you call it upset last week?
Big
Oh,
upset.
no,
No,
not
no,
a big
no,
No,
upset.
not an upset at all.
Frankie D. Who's Frankie D? A Bruce Lee wannabe.
Yeah, well,
So
There
it
was only
was-
one Bruce Lee, let me tell
I'm in an
you.
arm bar there.
Scored a big
I
victory.
think that's a wrist lock.
Okay, a wrist lock.
Yes, yes. That's another thing Johnny taught me is holds.
Yeah.
Okay, that was
One
a,
thing you want to learn, though, with Johnny as your manager,
Yes.
holding on to your money.
Oh, he holds on to my money well. He's
Oh,
taking good
no.
care of it. He's
That's what
invested
you wanted
in
to
He's
do,
it.
taking
Ron?
care of your money. Now
Yeah.
here you and Johnny are before the match. I don't know what Johnny's doing. He's probably checking for holes in the mat.
Johnny
but,
the Lotus.
No,
legend.
Johnny, see, he tells me to keep my stature erect.
Oh.
And now he bows his head, showing himself very humbly to whatever gods he shows himself to.
I thought
He
shaking
told
the
me,
fleas
though, I
out.
should be at attention and really try to keep my ear open and listening for them. You know, actually, you probably remember I was in the lotus position for some time last Saturday.
Right.
There's a reason for that.
What is the reason? Nice.
When
good
I
answer.
agreed to wrestle for the AIWA, I got to tell you, I was overjoyed when y'all called me. I was just, you know, I had been dealing with Dan Farron and Larry Doyle of Cal International. Those guys have been, you know, just messing me around like crazy. And I was saying, glory, man, finally I get a chance, a clean chance with a promotion that is going to, you know, give me a break. Give me a break.
So
What
let me
happened?
ask a question.
Oh, let him
let me
get a
ask a
break.
question.
What?
What
the break
happened
here.
when I was in the ring, a ring announcer came in, and he introduced us. Who was that ring announcer? What was the ring announcer's name last Saturday? I tell you, it was
wasn't
Dan
Ned.
Farron.
Not Dan
Real
Farron.
cute.
No.
Yeah, Dan Farron. Yeah,
You kidding?
nobody told me. And then
That's why you
the
were in the lotus
referee.
position so long.
Exactly.
Ask us who the
Because see,
referee
under
was.
under normal conditions, I say a prayer to Buddha. But like I said, I'm a Unitarian, and I acknowledge all deities. So I see Dan Farron, I say, I better say a prayer to Jesus also. That's going fine. Who walks in as the referee?
Not Larry Doyle.
Larry Doyle! I had to say a prayer to the goddess Bana. Oh, God bless you!
What in the world? I'm
I
glad.
was very hurt by that.
Yeah, I know. And it, you know, Ed will never do that again.
Right, and so I guess in one sense you could call this an upset because they had me very upset. I've come a long ways. I don't get like upset anymore, and I don't throw tantrums like I used to. But they tried my patience.
You might have then. Yeah.
They tried my patience.
Now look, if you whip into lotus position real quick here, we know we're in trouble. Is that it?
Yeah, it will just cool
Do
me
you
out.
want to go to the clip, Vandal? Is it okay for us to
Yeah,
go to
let's
the clip?
go to the clip. Yeah, let's. That's a good time. I need to calm out.
Are we going to talk over this, or are they going to use the commentary?
Oh,
Wait a
this
minute,
is to
who's the
show
guy
you.
with the long hair?
El Fisico Nuclear. That's me before I lost my hair. That's El Fisico Nuclear, and I wanted to show these clips of me trashing him to show you that he is nothing but a myth. He is a joke. There I have him in the Goria Special.
And what was this bout all about? What was
This was his debut, believe it or not. That's fall number 1. Oh, doesn't he look glorious? Fisico Nuclear. Oh, here I go again.
Was there anything at
Wakitagame! Wakitagame! I got him. Look at it.
Was there anything at stake in this match?
It was his debut,
That's
and
it,
he
huh?
lost his debut. Look, 2
Did he
straight
break his arm?
falls.
Looks like a broken arm.
I think I might have. Oh, pobre Fisico.
Pobrecito.
He's terrible. Look at him. Oh, just lying there. Oh, here comes physical again. Is he going to
He's gonna
dive on me?
miss.
Oh, my God, Tope. No.
Oh, he missed.
Clumsy. Look, this guy can't wrestle.
You really had long hair.
I did. Long, beautiful hair, shining, gleaming, steaming, flaxing, waxing. Oh, is that him what does he say? What did he say?
I give.
He gives up. Yeah, this is the guy that everybody is talking about, physico-nuclear. Look, no big deal. Nothing. I think he's going to go on a journey. Well, this is a physical journey and a spiritual one. Boom. There he goes. There he goes. I think he needs some comfort. Well, let's see. Goria Special again. Is he going to give up? I think he's going to up. He's gone. There I am again. Well, what's happening?
You can't be winning again.
Physical. I think I'm winning again.
Oh, my gosh.
Whoop, there he goes. Splat. Oh, man.
You brought this clip in, right?
I brought that. I sent this to Ron Head of Thrasher Video. He compiled this. This is from the vaults of the Physico-Nuclear Fan Club. And they tried to hide these because they didn't want to see what an embarrassment Physico was.
So what do you think, Ed? He probably wins.
Oh, he says, let me go.
He wins the match.
Oh, where's Larry Doyle to save him? Lord.
That was before.
This
back in those days, you used to get stressed out.
That's right. I got stressed out in
No more,
those
though.
days.
No more.
Those days, yes.
Thanks to Johnny Legend.
Yeah, thanks to Johnny Legend.
If
Now-
Johnny Legend's watching this, he's going to be thrilled to death that you had a couple of kind words to say about the guy earlier in the show.
Who did?
You did.
Me?
Somebody did.
Don't accuse me
Very
of that.
kind, very kind. I think there was one more clip of me thrashing Physico. Is that?
Oh, my. Did
Let's
you ever
keep
thrash
going.
anybody else?
Oh, yeah, I
Can
want
we
to
keep going, Tony?
Yeah, I think there's a little more. I think I
Yeah,
twisted that
probably tore
arm
his
around
mask
one more
right
time.
off, right?
Well, everybody's sleeping back there, huh?
Well, who? You had a
People
match.
taking
You had a
naps.
match.
Johnny, can we keep the clip running?
You had a match where you went.
We're
you
going
put
to the
your-
other match.
Put your hair on the line. Oh, yeah. This is Saturday.
That's Saturday, yes, yes.
There you are with Johnny Legend. What an inspiration.
Johnny
he
the
is. Look at
Lotus
that.
Legend.
Man,
he's
if he
looking
was
up
here
at the
right now,
sun, moon.
if he was here right... What?
He is here.
Johnny!
Johnny, don't sit on your mic.
Don't sit on.
Maharishi Johnny Legend Yogi!
My wife doesn't sit on me.
Ah!
Yeah, we're
Maharishi!
Thrilled. We're also thrilled.
Ah!
All right.
How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Beautiful.
Sure glad
Yeah.
you could show up, Johnny.
I want to see the rest of those clips of me trashing Physico.
And I heard if you
Man,
had a
I
couple,
had 'em.
if you had a couple of kind things to say about me earlier, then I must be losing
Look
my
at this.
grip.
Look here.
You are.
There, now I'm going to get him some more, man. Just keep rolling this. Remember this, John?
Oh, man,
Remember
this- yeah.
Wait, what's this?
A reversal.
This is the only moment in the match that you have the upper hand.
What's going on?
Wait a second.
What's showing?
Who did you let assemble these clips just before you
Ron
came down
Head.
here? Oh, Ron Head.
Oh, hey, I didn't ask him to put
Don't
this
you
together.
realize that idiot JR works in his post-production lab and puts these final
What's he
reels
doing?
together?
What's he doing?
I've seen that guy.
Ow!
I've seen that guy go back and take outtakes from Puerto Rican wrestling from the 70s just to make it look like his people were in the
Yeah,
matches.
hey, I didn't fall down like that.
Are
I
you
don't
kidding?
remember this.
This isn't even real from this point on. This
Johnny.
is that new Forrest Gump syndrome.
That's
they put,
right.
probably put your head on Physico's body.
Probably.
Just to try to make it look like someone else gets the pin,
I'm
or like
calling
that.
Ron. I'm suing
That
Ron
new
Head.
thing they're
I'm
doing
very
with,
hurt.
what's his name, Chameleon O'Neal, where they've got 20 of them in
Yeah.
the same commercial. Have you seen
I'm
that
very
one?
hurt by this. I'm very hurt.
Johnny, what's going on right now? Your man's losing.
He
just
Oh,
gave up.
God, no.
No, come on, look at the. Why don't you just ask your ace man Tony Cantillo about the video resolution in there? If you look at the, if you look at the triple lines that are going over what's his name's body, we never lost that match. I don't even when people say let's go back and look at the clip, I don't even trust that anymore because half the time the clip isn't even right anymore.
Yeah,
You didn't
what
lose.
kind of
Now, what
sadists
are they
are these
doing?
guys?
They're gonna
Bringing
put
up
them
one of
together.
those traumatic days of my life.
We went up. Was that for a? This
where he lost his
This guy
head.
is first.
No, couldn't
this
have been.
guy is first in line for that new Hercules TV series. As soon as that
That's
so-called
right.
punk should fall victim to some unfortunate social
I think it's
disease or
happening.
something, he's probably going to fall right into the role. We had to get a haircut, and then they come
Johnny,
with
can
this.
we introduce
Hercules is a jawhead, man. I'm going to show that there is a spiritual side to Hercules, spiritual power. And you know what I was thinking, Johnny?
Ron, why don't you introduce
And before you introduce me, I want to say one thing before we forget this about this guy, because eventually, whether it's today, tomorrow, or yesterday, we are going to get physical. We're going to get physical.
And the scariest thing about Fisico is, have you seen this, Johnny? There is actually a fan club for Fisico Nuclear.
Yeah, I don't know. Even though this is a pretty wide
misfits.
open territory, I don't know if we should be spreading that kind of hate literature on the air.
I don't think so.
I know there's a fan club.
Let's
for this
say
guy,
there's
but-
people called like Vivman, Morgenstern. They think he's from Jupiter. Yeah, this is the trash, and these people are allowed to vote in this country.
Let's face it, we live in a pretty sad world. You know, I've even heard there were people at one time had fan clubs for Mike LaBelle. So.
Oh, that's a scary thought.
I mean,
Phone card, yeah.
You're not the editor of this, are
I
you,
think
Johnny?
it was a phone card calling
What are you
club they had
kidding?
for Mike
I wouldn't
LaBelle.
even accept 99% of the profits on this thing. And I'll tell you, I've even heard some people trying to form a fan club now or a franchise for this referee. What's his name? His name in Spanish translated in English actually means fast chicken.
Fast chicken.
What's
yes,
his name?
yes.
Pollo Pronto.
Oh,
Can you believe it?
Pollo
A failed franchise
Spanish for
using his
chicken
name for a
legs.
referee.
Let's go ahead and introduce the guest, Ron.
Yeah, let's introduce the guest. I'm not a guest. I'm an intruder at this
That's
point.
right.
Okay,
Introduce the intruder.
Yes, the
Let
intruder.
me introduce the intruder as we put it.
Yes, not to be confused with William shaking all over Shatner's version of the intruder, a real loser, a real deadbeat who's at the bottom end of whatever little career he had left, working with some. You've seen some renegade wrestling what do you call it, groups today? Some groups.
You're stressing him.
I'm not stressing.
I'm going to introduce.
He's going to introduce me. He's getting into the right. He's getting into the right position and frame of mind. You know, you don't just introduce me offhand.
Oh, he took me from the river out and stoked me on the shores of sunshine of my life. My spirit is cleansed. God bless you. I love you, John Legend.
Copyright 1995, Johnny Legend Productions,
Yes,
Inc.
and he took me to see Switchblade Sisters.
Oh yeah,
Amen.
that'll get you. That'll get you going.
See, we're not kidding around here.
I can't
Why
tell
don't we
you
go
what
to
this
this
man
way?
does.
I'll go to the clip,
Wait,
Johnny.
you keep going to clips. These guys are clip crazy.
Just hand him your wallet
Look,
right now.
you people, you have no idea how many years this man was lost in that purple haze that was once known as Jimi Hendrix's armpit. I mean, he went so many years as a lost man, not sure of what name to use. I mean, I now can honestly say that I take yesterday's garbage and turn it into tomorrow's gold.
Like you did with Captain Scorpio,
Oh, okay, you want to
Violator.
look back now? I mean, all these people are always casting aspersions on some of the. I mean, you know, I've always had a strong sense, just like Jerry Lewis works with the handicapped. I've worked with the handicapped. And let's look at some of the people who, over the years, that I tried to help out that didn't stick with the
There's
bandwagon.
No, the only handicap I had was the spiritual handicap.
Oh.
I had everything physical. Yeah. Oh,
In
this,
that match,
this
you're
is typical.
You're trading
lot less
kicks
hair.
with no shoes, and he had big, heavy boots on. I remember that. That's
He had hard steel boots like those punk rockers.
Okay, Johnny, describe the
Now look at
action
this.
right now. Your
The
guy-
action right now is Vandal is about ready to do his incredible Japanese aerial maneuvers, take the guy right down. He's got this thing sussed out right from the gate, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
recovers from that broken
One,
back.
So you guys-
Whoa, that was close.
if you guys ever studied anything beyond, who are the kind of wrestlers these guys follow? You guys follow.
Oh, yeah,
You guys
yeah.
follow the
Tricky
Palm.
Ricky Star.
Tricky Ricky Star was
Now
a great
that's
man in his
going
time,
back
and he
a
had a
few
great
months.
weight division. But you guys followed people like the pomegranatizer, the pole vaulter, whatever his name is, and
Tor Johnson.
And
Tor Johnson.
no, you
Yeah.
don't follow Tor Johnson. You follow people like Steve Belanger and some of these people who, those are the kind of people you follow
Ed
into
Wood.
an early grave. In fact, you guys with one foot in the grave, it's you guys testing the quicksand to see if it's warm enough to jump
That's
in.
right. Have you guys ever seen Hyoko Inoue?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of
The
Royce
mighty
Gracie?
Toyota?
Am I saying the name
Yeah.
correctly? Okay.
That's
Royce
right.
Gracie, whose family has never lost a match, right, in the history of the family.
Well, now,
Where
all
does
these-
now,
I haven't
based on
seen
what we've
anything
seen today,
happening
where
good
does
for
Royce
Vandal.
Gracie spend 95% of his matches? Just tell them.
Oh, man,
In the dirt.
on his back.
On his back,
Yeah.
underneath the opponent, because he knows that he has never lost a match and no member of his family has ever lost a match, and he sits there and lets his opponent lose the match for themselves. Before
Exactly.
He
He
waits
waits until
he can
here's
put
what
that
you're
choke
doing.
on
He
him.
bides his time and he makes
Yeah.
his move.
That's right. This is. You ever heard of the word possum?
Crawling on his hands and
Possum.
knees.
Plain
Oh,
possum. Plain possum.
I gotta say, I was a touch stressed out because of the referee, garbage referee.
It wouldn't have been for the
Garbage
ref. He
people in the
counted out
crowd.
earlier. He
Yeah,
was
look
slowing
at
the
all
count.
the special ed kids in there, going around making retarded gang signs and stuff like that.
This referee
Look
was
at
a
this.
Chino dropout, total deadbeat in heat. I mean, some kind of last-minute replacement for a non-existent entity.
Only two, right?
Yes. A replacement for the
Johnny,
chicken
the
boy.
other-
I went back and I checked this guy's grammar school records. He never got past 2, even in kindergarten. So this was nothing new
Johnny,
on this
if you
particular.
have anything to say, Johnny, go ahead and
I want
feel free.
everyone
Oh, yeah,
that's
I'll feel
watching,
free.
though, Johnny, everyone that's watching tonight, This is a preview of what they'll be seeing this month.
Oh, that's right. These are
Maywood
just teasers,
Wrestling.
folks, on
That's
your,
right,
on,
the
your, on
teasers.
your upcoming Slay per view right here in Dagwood.
When they, see
That's
the
right.
shot, when they see the shot toward the big truck in the back, I want them to remember that truck.
Yeah.
And Johnny certainly will always
And you know
remember
how
that truck.
a so-called pay-per-view works here in Downey or Clowney or wherever we are, or Down syndrome or
Oh, they have pay-per-views?
Johnny, with that, Johnny, go ahead and say what everyone
You know how
say,
the
Johnny.
pay-per-views work
When is it
around
on?
here?
Tell
When's the
me.
wrestling on, Ed?
If 30% of the
Somebody
population
turn these mics
have
off
paid
over
their
here.
electric bill, they get to see the show.
Johnny,
That's
can we,
how the
can we
pay-per-views
announce
work
when the
here.
wrestling's going to come out?
On cable? Can we tell-
February 9th, 16th, and the 28th.
Okay, 9th,
9:30,
16th,
9:30, and 10.
So who
Right.
am I wrestling on those cards?
No, that's the...
You'll keep
We're seeing
wrestling the same
teasers
guy.
here today.
and
of this
24
card
Johnny
Johnny
didn't
coming
find
up.
out.
Yeah.
The match...
And we're not going to reveal the results of these matches. You know that everybody that comes close to me is always victorious, but I'd like there to
That's
be
right.
some suspense
Johnny,
in the air.
your match did not
will
air.
be.
Is not going to air.
My match is not going to air?
It didn't. The cameraman,
What do you
Rich
mean?
Kitchen,
Oh, here we go.
John
Kitchen messed it up.
Flores.
This
messed
is
it up.
propaganda.
The same guy took these neat pictures, Rich Kitchen, though.
Well, see, I know you're pulling my leg right now, so...
This is the conspiracies that we had to put up with. You know why I lost my hair to physico-nuclear?
No.
A very obvious conspiracy.
Radiation?
Johnny
Listen
was
to
in your
this.
corner?
No, listen to this. This is the conspiracy. Larry Doyle asked me what my birthday was, and
Conspiracy
then Dan
theory, yeah.
Farron made the card on September 11th. Does that tell you something?
Yes.
They're all plotting against you.
Yeah. See, what they did is they manipulated the sacred decree of Canopus from ancient Egypt, and they took its insufficient calendar system. So they arranged it. Larry Doyle asked me what my birthday was, so as you know, the autumnal equinox starts on September 21st. This card was exactly 10 days before the autumnal equinox. My birthday is March 13th.
Okay, here's the
They
question.
were-
Well, let me tell you one
That's
thing.
right.
Let me give you.
Why would Johnny
let me give this
allow
to
you to
you.
go into that match if that was the
Let me
case?
give this to you.
Because we trusted Farron and Doyle. We trusted them not to mess with the calendar system. And the autumnal equinox, do you know what autumn signifies? Falling of the leaves, the shedding.
There it is.
Isn't this true, John?
Let me give
the
this
shit.
to you in simple layperson's
Johnny, let me
terms.
ask- let me
Simple
tell you-
layperson's
Johnny,
terms.
Johnny.
They took all of this man's bilateral equal rhythms and
That's
divided
right.
them by 9. Okay?
No
That's
wonder.
all I'm gonna. Yeah.
No
well,
wonder it was a 3-fall event,
Yeah.
right?
That's
He
right.
goes into 9.
And you can scoot your boot down Gypsy Boots' old coot of a, you know.
Gypsy boots,
Gypsy boots.
bare
Yeah.
feet, and good
Johnny,
things to
come
eat,
on.
baby.
Don't talk about
Man who
That's
stole
right.
Mr. Natural's
Gypsy
act.
boots, old man, old.
Yeah,
man.
Johnny,
He
wait.
thinks he's
We've
Jack
got
LaLanne or
20
something.
seconds left. Go ahead and do your final act you usually do. Open your mouth.
I don't have a final act. I don't have a final curtain. All I can say until next
That's all
time.
we have is 20
And I
seconds.
still think
That's
you and
all.
Alex Knight are working an anorexic outcall service. I've been checking the
Right, this is
1-800
true.
numbers. But until next
Jimmy.
time, this is Vandal the Love Handle Drummond, and I need no introduction.
That's right.
But it is good night, good luck, and good riddance.
Dana, I love you.
I think that's it. Be sure and watch the Maywood Wrestling this month.
Get those dates.